Good morning to all traders and welcome yet to another marketing science video. Today is Thursday, the 25th of February. Yeah, and we have tomorrow or is it the 28th? Hold on. Yes, tomorrow is going to be the end of the month, so I will be expecting some flows to come in. But for today, we have quite a few economic data to take into consideration, including the US GDP is not released, it's second estimate, so not as important. Mexican GDP data. We have the Eurogroup meeting. We have jobless claims in the US, durable home sales in the US, consumer and also sentiment data in the EU. It's going to be an interesting one on the economic front. On the political, no, let's say on the macro front, not political. We have the reflation bars continuing to affect how the markets react, right? Because Fed Chair Powell yesterday said that inflation may take 3 years to achieve the central bank's goal, okay? Now, despite we had some very good news from Johnson & Johnson as they submitted some very promising results about single dose data, right? And the Fed reported on those, which in turn should support long-dated yields, yeah? Fed Chair's message led investors to exit in the dollar, yeah, and other safe havens, including the Japanese yen and also the Swiss franc, and entering commodity-linked currencies, as we have seen actually over the past few weeks anyway, such as the Kiwi, the Loonie, and others. Now, with risk rising over the past few days, and oil climbing to multi-month highs as well, as countries plan to exit and announcing plans to exit lingering lockdowns, market participants have already shown the preference for higher yields, right? That also includes, of course, and it's evident in the emerging markets. Now, today we're going to have a quick look, since this is the FX Manners Day, the Canadian against the Swiss franc, the Kiwi against the yen, and also dollar against Mexican peso. I want to start with CADCHF. No particular reason. It's just I just find this the chart a bit more interesting than the others. Okay, we have a very long term and in diagonal, as you can see in the supercycle degree. Right, this is 4 and this is 5. Connecting waves 2 and 4 brings us exactly to the level we currently are, and this is why I find this chart more interesting than the rest. Which means what? Well, it looks like wave 5, because we've got an ABC here and an A, B, and a C here. Wave 5 is going to end on a complex pattern, okay? W, X, and Y in the cycle degree. Now, this is how I'm looking at this, right? I'm looking at this as an A, B, and a C, okay? Since this W, X, and Y ended over here, right? And we literally started moving higher with quite good volumes, I would say, although reducing, right? And this is where I want to pay attention to. I think that, and clearly since we have a 1 and 2 and 3 over here, I think we're very close to getting a wave 4, and then a last wave 5, excuse me, a last wave 5 on the upside to complete the cycle wave X, and then move all the way down again, okay? Now, of course, why do I believe that? Is because purely this wave for me, it's a wave 3, because it's highly impulsive, and I love to see impulses and label them as a wave 3, because usually it is what it is, right? So with that 161 done between 1 and 2 at 0.7250 or so, I think we're very close to getting a correction, and then after that, a continuation up to the 200% perhaps, or anywhere above the 72.58, to be honest. That would be a false break above this monstrous multi-year trend line as well, okay? Now, in case we don't see that happening, most likely what it means that we ended down here, okay? So wave 5 will be down here. That will be just like an A, B, and a C. Yeah, we missed that because that was the last wave of an ending diagonal, okay, and you know that they can be truncated. And this is wave 1 of a leading diagonal, okay? This is like wave 1 as a leading diagonal, excuse me. Then this is wave 2, and we are going up for wave 3. This scenario now means that we're going to shoot higher, guys. And we're talking about not just higher in the longer term, we're looking at 80, even higher, okay? Because this is probably, in that case, it would be like wave 3 of a minor degree, okay? And would it extend to 5? That would be intermediate 1. Then we will get intermediate 2 down here, potentially for a retest on this trend line, and then move all the way up. So you can see the potential for this either scenarios actually is very good, because one is looking at downside and the other one is looking at upside, and both of those have a long distance to go. Now, Kiwi against yen. It's looking very impulsive as well. That's why, again, I called it as a wave 3. But since we are, we haven't looked at this pair for a while, let's go a little bit further back to understand where we are in the cycle. Okay, so in my opinion, guys, we ended down here. Yeah, we ended down here, this sort of correction. And now we're moving up. This is a reversal wave, okay? So I'm looking at this as 1 and 2, 3 and a 4. Very nice triangle over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I'm expecting this actually, again, since this is a bit different to the previous one we saw, by the way. Obviously, it would be. I'm still expecting this to be a wave 3, an impulse. And I want to see this going to the 161 extension, because this is wave 3, it's impulsive, and we would at least expect the 161 extension to be reached between 1 and 2. So 81.14 is the level that I've been looking, and I'm looking at. This is what remains in my books. Once we get there, this is also the median regression channel line of the ascending channel that we have been trading in since this bounce as well. Yeah, I will then be expecting a correction down to anywhere down to 77 or so, 78, and then another move to the upside around 83, the 200 Fibonacci, to complete primary wave 1, then primary wave 2, and then primary wave 3. And this opportunity, guys, we're looking not just only the top over here, right? But we're looking around the 100, okay? So in the long term, this is a huge opportunity as well, okay? I'll be honest, it could be a case in that scenario that we have something like an ABC here, and then another ABC over here, which is WX and Y, which means, it's going to be a WX and Y or ABC or something, which means that we can get up here and then start sliding lower to finally take this out, okay? Which again, on the downside, is a huge opportunity as well. So you know which signals to look. So these are the two scenarios I see on that particular pair as well. And last, let's have also a quick look, as we promised, on the dollar against Mexican peso. I think we saw that one like a week ago or so. Well, it's moving exactly as we expected, okay? Do not forget that the long term, we are still in wave 4, in my opinion. W, X, and I'm expecting Y. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A. ABC, as we said last week, we are looking at this as an expanded flat, and it looks like it's moving that way. This, although, it's a multi-structure move on the upside in wave 3, yeah, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then probably we're going to get 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and then all the way up for 3, 4, and 5. And I believe 4 and 5 are going to be very short. In either case, we're looking at 61.33 for validation, or even invalidation. If we move higher, it's invalid. If we would up to that level and then reverse, it's valid. Now, if we don't move up impulsively, yeah, it means that, well, we're going to have to revisit that and see what other potential scenarios we can bring into our game, okay? But for now, I'm looking at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to extend higher, yeah? One leg down, up, another leg down and up, and 21, okay? So you see that we did a cross above the 20, which is a very good signal, to be honest, and we remain above 20, which is a very strong psychological level. As long as we remain above that, I remain adamant to this scenario. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for watching. As always, if you like the video, I would appreciate if you click the like button. In case you have an alternative scenario in mind, do not hesitate to comment, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Take care, trade safe, and we'll speak again tomorrow.